Good afternoon, everybody. This is Justin Howell from the IRC in Atlanta, coming with you today with some reflections on the year that has been. For us, October is the new fiscal year, so it's just a natural time for us to reflect on the year, but also think about the year ahead. And really just want to come to you all as our supporters and stakeholders to really celebrate the work we were able to do together. Because as you know, the humanitarian work of the IRC is one that is community supported. We cannot do this work without the support of the community. And so, as you all know, this year started out with a historic and I would say generational challenge and opportunity, which was to welcome over 80,000 Afghan allies into the U.S. and to help them successfully arrive and integrate into communities throughout the country. Here at the IRC office in Atlanta, we welcomed over 800 Afghans to the community over the last year, really concentrated in the first 5 months of the fiscal year, which really in and of itself represents more individuals we had served than the previous 3 fiscal years combined. If you add to that we've also welcomed over 500 individuals through the resettlement program from people all over the world. That means we collectively helped to resettle over 1,300 individuals, which in 1 year's time is more individuals than we've resettled since the late 1990s. And so again, coming off the heels of the pandemic, as well as other challenges that everyone I'm sure is well aware of from the previous administration and its impact on our capacity, for us to have been able to welcome that many people at a time that there was so much need in the world, we could not have done that without the dedicated professionals that make up the IRC, but more importantly from community sponsors such as yourselves, people who donated money, people who donated items for families, diapers and welcome kits and dishes and pots and pans and all the things that really make this program successful. This has been an incredible year to reflect on and see that success. And so I think we should all be very proud of the work we were able to accomplish as a community here in Atlanta. So not only looking backwards, but also looking forward, we know that the level of need and the opportunity to continue to serve will only continue to grow in the year that comes, right? We know that those 1,300 individuals that we helped to establish themselves over the last year, that those services and the need for support will not end there. This is just the beginning of that story and the beginning of that journey. So we will have to continue providing after-school programming for youth who are in school. We'll have to continue to work with parents so they can understand their child's educational opportunities. We'll have to identify educational opportunities for adults who want to continue to pursue their career opportunities. We'll have to also work with people to help do things like apply to complete their taxes for this year and all the things that we take as normal routines of our lives. For these 1,300 individuals we helped welcome into the Atlanta metro area this year, this is all something new for them. And so we will continue walking with those families over the next year and the next 5 years. But we know that as a humanitarian organization, one of the largest humanitarian organizations here in Atlanta, that we will still continue to welcome people from around the world, people who've been seeking the protections of the refugee resettlement program, many of them for decades, upwards of 20 years. And so those will be people from all over the world, people from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, people from Syria, people from Somalia, people from the Ukraine, people from all over the world who are looking to America as an opportunity for safety, for the opportunity for themselves and their families to rebuild their lives as they recover from war and oppression. And so while we get ready to welcome another roughly 1,000 individuals this year, we also know that there's a huge humanitarian crisis at the southern border, but all points of entry at the moment. And so we at the IRC will continue to serve refugees as they arrive here into Atlanta, but we also will be intentional and be mindful about where can we continue to help address the amount of need that we're seeing at the southern border. So we'll be working with our IRC offices across the South, all the way from California to here in Atlanta, in order to see what role we have to play in order to help and provide humanitarian assistance to those families as well. So again, the need is not over. the humanitarian mission does not end. And again, we cannot thank our supporters and our stakeholders, our clients, and all the factors that make our operations here so successful. It is in large part, like I said, due to the staff and the incredible professionals we have here on staff, but more importantly, it's the community that wraps around the work of the IRC and wraps around the families that we welcome here that really makes this a successful program. So again, just reflecting on the year that was to say thank you. We couldn't have done it without you, but also knowing that you're there with us as we walk this journey to try to provide continued humanitarian aid and hope to families is really something that keeps this team here at the IRC going. So thank you so much, and we'll be in touch